Well, good morning, besties. It's me, Waddles, and today I think it's about time we create ourselves a brand new, fresh world. Ladies, gentlemen, lovers, I would like to warmly welcome you to a brand new mini-series currently dubbed, well, for lack of a better name, the Happy Ghast series. The premise of today, but also the whole picture as a whole, is, well, the Happy Ghast. If you didn't know, this thing is a game changer, and I want to dive into this thing, every little nook, cranny, and tentacle. Not in a weird way. So if you're excited, smash like, sit back, and down below in the comments, best name for new Ghast miniseries will win this cookie and forever immortalization inside of a series playlist. The beginning, and how the Happy Ghast changes everything. At sunrise, there's only one spot to begin. If we're gonna talk Happy Ghast, well, we need to actually get our hands on the Happy Ghast, and oh boy, getting our hands on the Happy Ghast? Oh, you scared me for a second. Well, getting your hands on a mob that will literally let you fly around the entire world, it's way easier than you probably think. So our gas science world right here, this is a completely random world. Flint and steel. Exploration aside, of course, we are mini experts already. We kind of already know there's another way. But in this completely random sea, jumping into the nether here, let's see how hard it is to, whoa, Piglin Bastion. Jumping into this random new world, no cigar, at least immediately when it comes to the Soul Sand Valley. But before too long, we've got it. Now, this was a little thing that we tested out live on stream, and it legit took me 2 minutes to find the Happy Ghast. On this very channel, there is recorded video evidence of me sliding into the nether, not quite in 4K, turning around, finding the Soul Sand Valley, and then finding 2 Happy Ghasts. And inside of this random world, aside from the skeletons bombarding me with arrows, before too long, well. Happy Ghast, gasoline, dried gas. How does it actually work? So I slid into the game's files, checked out the structure files. This thing is really sus. It's been here for a while, never noticed that. But inside of the game's files, nether fossils, we have a whole bunch of them. However, this is just as many nether fossils as we had before. Legitimately, the hardest thing about initially getting your hands on the dried ghast is probably going to be just traversing the nether. If you've got a Happy Ghast that ended up generating and, like, say, tumultuously placed maybe next to lava or something, it might be a little bit dangerous. You might think that getting your hands on a mob that will let you cruise around in style all over the place would be difficult, but no. Exploration and adventure aside, though, if that's not your jive inside of the crafting table, you've got another way. First things first, for this recipe, it's gonna be bone blocks. And I mean, that's been in the game since 1969. You already know how to get bone blocks and how easy it is. The other piece of our semi-emotional puzzle today is going to be ghast shears. In practice, you probably know how to get these things, but there's an even easier way too. The skeletons, the ghast, they're all over the place. They're all over the place until you actually need them. Now, on its own, taking out a ghast, it's not all that difficult if you're careful. So this bow right here, despite its appearance, is not enchanted at all. This bow, on the other hand, absolutely is. As you know, looting does not exist for a bow or a crossbow, unfortunately. Only for swords. But with a normal bow, unenchanted, assuming I can actually land my shots here, it will only be a couple of shots. Just a few of them perfectly landed, 0 miss, 2 specifically, and it's gone. And sure, I could do this in survival if I had a power 5 bow. That's 1 shot on the ghast, and well, 1 shot, 1 ghast shear. Aye, and now, when it comes to ghast shear drop from the ghast on its own, 0 to 1, yeah, that's really not that good at all. But looting 3, how in the world? Parody police, spot me on this one, it's been a minute. I don't remember if this will work on Bedrock, but it definitely works on Java. This time I've got a beautiful sword, my looting lover, with looting 3. Check this out. So I have my power 5 bow. Hey, stop it. And to my looting 3 sword in the offhand. So check this out. We've got a ghast in the difference in a looting 3 sword in my hand, now my offhand. Power 5, whoa, I didn't even need the power 5 bow. I just need my raw fist. Wait, I had it backwards. Put the good bow in the offhand, the sword in the main hand with looting 3, take a ghast out, and, well, looting actually applies. You can multiply the tiers. That means with a perfect run and a little bit of luck applied, you are 2 ghasts away from a new Happy Ghast. It's so simple to find, but it's also pretty easy to craft too. If unchanged, getting your hands on it relatively early game, there might be a cakewalk. Happy Ghast, a la pocket. So next, it's back over to the overworld for us. This next step involves waterlogging a Happy Ghast, and that's all there is to it. I mean, it's a little bit of a waiting game here. We're gonna have to rock with 20 minutes of in-game time, kind of just standing around waiting for this thing to oxidize, water dies, grow up, happify. Like the name of the series, jury is still out on what we want to technically, scientifically call this process, I guess. But, I mean, I don't have too much else to really say about this process here other than, I mean, it's really, really easy. All you do is stand around, but no matter what, absolutely do not accidentally smack this thing, because if you do, even if you were at, say, that final stage, well, check this out. I smack it, I pick it up, I place it right back down. Whoops, well, the timer has been reset. It's a waiting game. It's so simple. I don't have too much else to say about it other than it's easy.
12 seconds later.
Whoa, that was the quickest 20 minutes of all time. Yeah, it's totally not like I just spawned one in with the spawn egg. Absolutely not. Once this thing hatches, whatever you want to call it, grows up, and you thought you were done with the waiting games. No, 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 there is one more. After 20 more minutes of in-game time, or... when growing this thing up, you could speed it up by feeding it snowballs, and from my experience, with about 4 stacks of snowballs, or in total 64, you could pretty much instantaneously grow this thing up from the second that it hatches and starts flying around inside of your world. Now, of course, this little process here is going to be a little bit of a randomized thing because when mobs grow up, I mean, they don't always take exactly 20 minutes of in-game time to grow up. But yeah, there we go. Less than 64 snowballs later, and I've got a big boy, a fully grown woman flying around my world. Hey, alright, now technically speaking here, bounding boxes haven't taken a look at this quite yet. This is a 4x4 bounding box. Even more cool here, the bounding box is semi-solid. Now on Bedrock Edition, Java Edition, this bounding box thing, it's going to be a little bit different right now. In certain situations, sometimes on Bedrock Edition, you may be able to phase through the gas, same thing with the Java Edition, whereas on the other version, in the same instance, you may not be able to. My big thing here, though, with the Happy Gas is really cool. It's gonna be a little bit tricky to pull off because you like to move around, but if I were somehow able to construct some kind of confinement facility, and if I can move you, and you can nudge this thing, by the way. Oh, hey, welcome to the party. Don't worry about what I'm doing to your mother. Don't worry. If I can nudge this thing into a box, a 4x4 block area, and then take my snowballs away, if I did it correctly, you'll go back to, like, default pathfinding, but because I have my blocks strategically placed, and technically I don't even need some of these. If I have some blocks above it, it won't be able to go anywhere. But check this out. We could very, very easily contain the Happy Gas into a single, like, 4x4 block area. Oh, amazed already? Well, just you wait, because that's only the start of it. And next up here, let's say I had a Happy Gas trap. Of course, very ethically, this is like it's home sweet home or something. Then let's say maybe I had a high up platform. Say in my survival world, this could be my horse corral except for a Happy Gas, you know? Now, if I were moving around and then wanted to quick escape and jump on top of the Happy Gas, well, even though there's not a saddle, as we know and we've checked out before, the Happy Gas is a fully solid surface. So basically here, I gotta have a gas platform sitting around. When I jump on the Happy Gas too, it will always align to the grid. So facing north, south, east, or west. And wow, now I have it inside of a perfect box right here. Maybe this is like a cool idea for a build, decoration, tentacle ceiling, anybody? Maybe? No, it's a little bit weird. Okay. But with this sick little setup here, I could use the Happy Gas to kind of spring across the gap or something like that, stand on it. Or maybe I just want to stand on it and vibe out to the new Bon Iver album or something like that. I can't stop listening to it. It's sick. Another pretty sick thing you can do with the Happy Gas, you can use it to actually, like, platform yourself off of it. I've used the wind charge to actually, you know, be able to jump around on this thing. It's cool. But as you maybe noticed, I was taking a little bit of damage when I was pelting it with wind charges, so yeah, be careful. Another cool thing, ender pearls, can we use this to maybe platform around? Well, yeah. And let's say I was in survival. Yes, you could use an ender pearl to board the Happy Gas in maybe the sickest way possible. All right, you sweet friend, you wait right there. Nothing's gonna happen to you, I promise. I promise. I'll be back later. Now, the Happy Gas is changing week by week. We're in snapshots after all at this point, so you never know. Some of the stuff in the video today that I talk about, well, it might, it could, and in the case of the speed potion, unfortunately, not affecting the Happy Gas at all, well, some of the stuff could end up changing. So, yeah, here, when it comes to the Happy Gas, unfortunately, as you might have heard, everybody and their grandmother, I think, has tested this one out already, but potions, for the most part, stop mounting it, stop. It's got such a large hitbox. Just about most potion effects in the game are not going to do anything to the Happy Gas, unfortunately. Happy Gas fun fact, I keep missing it. Shears, you want your harness back? Well, NBD. You put a harness onto the gas you don't like, you want it back, use a pair of shears, or steal your friend's harness in this way. Pay close attention to the gas, though, because when I take the harness off of it, it actually gets a little bit larger. This is a strange mechanic that I wasn't able to find more of a use for or anything. It's just, well, strange. Happy Gas, Happy Gas. We have 4 seats inside of this thing. So the Happy Gas is not only revolutionary because of how easy it is to get and all of those cool technical business stuff, but the Happy Gas is also revolutionary for moving mobs around your world. In one of the biggest clutches of all time, we've got mobs next to the Happy Gas. I try and, like, shove them onto this thing. Well, because I'm pushing mobs around trying to get them on the Happy Gas, I've accidentally, inadvertently freed you. Ha, it's beautiful, the will of human nature. But yeah, check this out. As you can see here, even when I'm setting a mob right on top of him, well, one, the hitbox of this thing does not exist. The hitbox on the top, like being a proper surface, only is real when a player is up on top of it. But yeah, as you can see here, I can't really just knock a mob onto a happy ghast. So at least initially here, the happy ghast is not like a boat, wherein I can just shove mobs into it, onto it, whatever, and they hop right in. And bit of a just trust me bro moment here, but even if I was on top of the ghast, I can't get them into. Now I can use commands to put these mobs inside of the ghast, but in a survival setting, not so useful. Ayo, and dude, you're ruining my planes. Get out of here. Alright, a little disclaimer before this next bit of science here. I legit recorded this video one day before the snapshot. As you might have heard, this week's snapshot, I made it so you can officially put a lead on a ghast. Over the next couple of minutes, we'll be talking about some big moves that you can do with this mechanic. It all still works exactly the same, just since the snapshot, it's even more polished and works even more better. Though it may aesthetically look different, it's functionally the same. But there is another way that you can kind of load a mob up into a happy ghast. So first things first here, we'll need ourselves a happy ghast. Can you please come back? Yeah, that's right. If they're wearing a harness already, you can't attempt them with another harness. Give me that back. Wear the better harness. Next up here, and this is a little bit tricky, but let's say we had a mob, and I wanted to move maybe this mob all the way across the ocean. Well, right here, if I had a lead, I could put you on a lead, and then I could look up here at you, jump on you, and that mob is still on the lead. And with that mob on a lead, I need to be careful here, but as I slowly begin to move around, maybe even drift up slowly into the sky, if I get the lens just right. Oh my god, you can see it. The cow is dangling. The cow is just hanging around here on my happy ghast. And now, believe you me, maybe my target was really far away. I could slowly drift off into the sunset and fly over there, or maybe proof of concept, you can see that this can clearly work. The cow on the lead isn't going anywhere as long as I don't let it down. Maybe my target was, say, like up on top of the tree instead. All I would need to do with the happy ghast is maybe navigate over above the happy tree carefully. We navigate over here, and then above the tree, all I need to do is lower myself down, dismount from happy ghast, and when I dismount, remember I'm dismounted on top of it every single time, so now I have a second to move around, realign myself with the top of the tree, and then let you off of the lead. And to my friend, I've just transported you right up on top of the tree so easily. So right there, I hope my cameraman caught it all, but yeah, you could put a mob on a lead and then fly in the sky with a happy ghast, and the mob will stay on the lead and follow you the entire time you're sailing. Oh man, so that's great and all. You could move like literally any mob around in the world except, oh, I can't put you on a rope. Okay, well that's a letdown. Villagers can't go in the ghast and you can't lead the villagers. Or can you? Get in the boat. Get in the boat. You're in the boat and now you're on a lead. The boat can go on a lead and I can walk around and drag the boat. That's interesting. I wonder if maybe my friend could come all the way back over to me. I put the snowball away. I get on you. I have the boat on a lead in theory. All right, maybe I jumped too far away from the boat, but that's no big deal. We put you back on the lead. We jump on you. And now, as I slowly begin to fly into the sunset, the boat is on the lead. You just have to get the entrance correct, but the boat will stay on the lead. You can see it down there dangling below me, and, well, I could now relocate a villager, potentially thousands of blocks, insanely easily, throw the guy, or maybe two of them, inside of a boat, and slowly sail away off into the distance. And I mean, I have nothing else to say about it. There are no words that I can express and add in here. Not a single thing that I could say to enhance the excitement anymore. I fly over my target destination. I get off of the ghast. I get off of the ghast again, and the boat's on a lead. Keep in mind that if I were thousands of blocks up in the air, boats, at least on Java, cancel all the fall damage. So mobs will not take any damage no matter what inside of a boat. It's like the safe way, just in case you were too nervous to simply leash a mob and fly around. But wait, I have one more idea. Maybe I am so wealthy here. I have so many diamonds, but I just don't want to keep them inside of my inventory. Instead, I put them in portable storage. Then I have, say, Mending Villager, and I want to bring you all the way back home because I found you in a swamp. You know, with that semi-horrendous villager update. Maybe they implement it. I don't know. So now I've got a villager, a mob that is kind of difficult to move around, and I've got a bunch of items inside of storage. What I could do here, maybe to make it a little bit easier to put you inside of the ghast, is, well, I could move you close to a ledge where I could fly a ghast straight up next to it. Now, I need my friend to come back over here. We need a better, easier way to lure you back down to the earth. Come on, man. So I could jump on you. Now I could sail you over here closer to my villager. And by the way, of course, this would work with two mobs in a boat. Sail you over here. I put you on a lead this time, and now it's back out over across the big great blue. As long as I've got you on my lead and I get a smooth takeoff, I now have portable mob very easily, and portable storage insanely easily too. Yes, the ghast is slow, like it's gonna take time to travel around, especially if we can't buff its speed or anything, but that was one of the easiest transportations of a Minecraft villager that I have ever done in my life. In a sense, if I was doing this the old way, I would have had to go down a hill, across the water, back up a hill. And I was able to do this all with a bunch of storage as well. Imagine having this at a base? You know, something like, say, maybe a whole town where you have a villager breeder on one side of the town and target destination on the clear other side of the town with a bunch of distractions and complications in between. Using the happy ghast to move difficult mobs around, or any mobs, that's an absolute game changer. And like I mentioned in our little disclaimer, remember that it's been changed slightly. You can actually lead a boat directly to a ghast now, making all of that madness even more smooth. One more final trick that we can do with villagers, boats, and leaded mobs, everything like it. So to kick off what I'm about to show off, let's say maybe I started out with a boat and 2 of my precious, most valuable villagers. Then next up, you know me, I'm big fancy. Inside of chest boat, blocks of diamonds. 1 more villager for the heck of it. And then last things last, maybe 2 more villagers. Maybe I just have a whole build of like mending villagers. And yeah, you know what? Every single one of these in my story is a mending villager. Now next up here, this is where the transportation goes absolutely insane. So we've got a happy ghast, and the happy ghast, you're gonna be my friend. You can wear that cool hat. Buckle in, you ready for crazy? Let's say I had a lead on a boat. Then I took that same lead and attached it to another boat. So there we go. After that, I have another lead and I attach it to this middle boat, and I want to maybe say attach it to the final boat over there. That's pretty good. Next up, happy ghast, this is where the craziness comes in. You're gonna come back over to land. I am going to attach another lead to this boat right here. Then I will attach to the lead to happy ghast, just like that, all right? And to next up, I'm going to get on happy ghast, and I will begin to lift off, and slowly, as I take off right here, pay attention to the leads. Look at what is going on. I'm not picking up just 1 villager with the lead. Instead, I have now picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a little bit of diamond block storage with the lead as well. Well, here, let me see if I can get a better POV. After that, I mean, it's insane POV, right? But you can see that now, maybe remove the hotbar. I am flying around with 1,000,000 villagers on my ghast with the lead, and I can sail around my world. And yeah, even better, you could do this with theoretically as many boats as you wanted to. Now, do I trust the ghast to fly around on its own with all of my precious villagers? Hey, maybe not so much, but I mean, check it, it's really kind of handling it well. The fact that you could do this and string as many things as you'd like to together, oh, it's a game changer. The biggest one of the day. Now, last but not least today, the final thing I want to take a look at real quick for this episode of the Ghast series is farms. AFK spots. Let's say inside of my survival world here, I had a farm set up that requires an AFK platform because of mob spawning like way high up in the sky. Let's also say maybe for aesthetic purposes, reasons, I didn't really want to build a gigantic floating box all the way up in the sky. Well, let's say hello one more time today, last time of the day, to Brain's new happy ghast friend. All I need to do, I mean, you see where I'm going with this one here. All I need to do is get on the happy ghast and fly all the way up into the sky, far enough away from this mob farm, but also absolutely far enough away from the caves down below. But all I need to do is take my happy ghast anytime I want to AFK at my farm, fly it all the way up into the air, get off of the happy ghast, and I mean, I can literally stand here. Nothing is going to happen to me. Mobs cannot spawn up on top of the happy ghast. I'm safe. I'm good. I'm far up away from the ground. This might be the easiest movable AFK platform. The best, quickest, easiest way to get all the way up into the air and AFK at something you need to be above of all time. The happy ghast, I mean, this thing changes everything. And that's not even everything. But you stay tuned, because I've got even more happy ghast goodness for you. If you enjoyed today's video, let me know what you think by leaving a like, maybe tell me about it down below, and a series name idea. I was serious about all that stuff, so please help me out down below. Join Members Club today, link down below if you want to support me a little bit more directly for some extra videos and cool stuff. Until next time, it's been me, Happy Ghast Parkour Legend forever. I'll see you tomorrow.